So I talk quite a bit about U.S. foreign policy on this channel. I talk a lot about Western nations' foreign policy on this channel quite a bit too. And I speak on behalf of how hypocritical their foreign policy is, including foreign policy here in the United States that is absolute bullshit. And I'm going to embark more on a topic and on a country where the hypocrisy is just absolutely unreal. It concerns the country of Myanmar that I discussed with Adam and Joey on a stream that I did on Monday. So buckle up, everybody, because the hypocrisy on this one is too hard to ignore. What's up, everybody? It's Zach the Celtics guy here, back with another video and here with another global report with Zach the Celtics guy here. So, when I say it's too hypocritical to ignore, it's not something that anybody really should ignore, but it's just even if you try to ignore it, you're like, oh, well, I'm trying to ignore it, but then I can't even ignore it. It's so bad. I can't ignore it anymore. It's so stupid. But that's besides the point. So, so the country of Myanmar. Why am I discussing the country of Myanmar? Well, because the country of Myanmar, that was known as the country of Burma, it's located in Southeast Asia, located near Thailand. It's located near Thailand and near Bangladesh and India. It's in that vicinity of the world. Was known for being it was known for being ruled by the military and so forth. So there was quote-unquote democratic rule in which there was but then under that so-called democratic rule, there was a genocide against Muslims known as the Rohingya Muslims in the western part of Myanmar. There was state-sanctioned genocide by the military, and the Western-backed leader by the name of Aung San Suu Kyi, she was backed by the U.S. and the West in the democratic process, but she has been known for either outright ignoring or acknowledging the massacres, but she continued to just let it happen anyway. And this was happening under her watch. And Dr. Mahathir Mohamad of Malaysia, this guy right here, was in Malaysia, and this guy was known for being a peaceful Muslim leader. He was known for basically putting Malaysia on the map. I mean, the guy was one of the most successful leaders in recent history in Southeast Asia. And he was saying, the world needs to come together and end this craziness, because this goes above and beyond just craziness. This is a genocide against my people, him being Muslim and so forth. And funny enough, the U.S. and the West ends up backing this woman. This woman is getting backed by the U.S. Aung San Suu Kyi is being backed by the U.S. and the West. And then Myanmar's military junta came back in and is restoring order in that country. And they have my support, because I support the military junta in Myanmar that is keen on bringing back peace and stability to Myanmar. Some people say, the military there is not going to bring peace and stability and whatnot. It's not the actual military that's in there doing the bidding work and whatnot. Like, no, that's not the way it works. Okay, it's like, but the military, like, no, that's not the way it works. There are certain leaders that are there that are taking over things and trying to restore things and trying to restore order. And then this woman ends up going to prison. She actually ended up appearing in the International Court of Justice, where she defended the Burmese military against allegations of genocide against the Rohingya Muslims. So she's defending the indefensible. According to this article According to this article right here, if I can end up pulling it up, according to an article here, she's defending the indefensible. Imagine that, defending your own soldiers that were committing genocide. You knew of it, but you just let them do it anyway. So here's the biggest crock of hypocrisy. She's been convicted in October of last year, and a Myanmar court extended her prison sentence to 26 years. So basically, a genocidal maniac, or indifferent to genocide, a real genocide that has occurred, Mahathir Mohamad called or said that we don't support her anymore, we don't respect her, she's a horrible person. The Ayatollah of Iran, Ayatollah Khamenei, calls Aung San Suu Kyi a cruel woman. But now, because she's in prison for 26 years, she's now in prison for 26 years. Now, guess what? Myanmar's junta condemned over guilty verdicts in Aung San Suu Kyi's trial. So basically, the West, the U.S. and the West are condemning the courts of Myanmar for giving a genocidal maniac time behind bars. Why is that? I'll tell you why. Because she's a Western-backed leader. She's a Western-backed puppet, and that's why they're condemning it. Just like when Janina Nez in Bolivia got, 10 years in prison, the fucking idiots in the Biden administration, Biden being an idiot as well, a complete fucking idiot for that matter, can't even form a proper sentence. Says that, that's politically motivated. Yeah, because she was a leader that you backed and also Trump backed as well. So that's the reason. So get this. Here's the bigger kicker. Here's the big kicker to this. They're saying that the military junta in Myanmar is cruel. Even though that they're restoring order back into Malaysia, the U.S. and the West can't take it. The U.S. and the West cannot take it. So therefore, they're saying that, they're cruel, they're human rights abusers, they're facilitating a coup. Oh, okay, them facilitating a coup is bad, right? But not Aung San Suu Kyi being indifferent to genocide against Muslims, against the Rohingya Muslims in Western Myanmar. Okay, totally not that. It's just, there's this genocide over here that we're going to just, ignore that. But, the military junta, stop it! Stop doing that! You're stop it with your coup! Your coup is not acceptable! But meanwhile, this genocide going over here? What? Genocide, schmenocide, what's going on, huh? I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know. But yeah, meanwhile, let's just go and criticize, let's just go and criticize these others, right? Oh, totally. Yeah, totally. Let's go do that. Want the bigger kick? You want the bigger kick to it? I'll give it to you. So apparently, the Myanmar junta is backed by Russia, because the Myanmar junta chief has made visits to Russia. Myanmar's junta media has praised Putin and so forth. Oh, so we know exactly why Myanmar's junta is bad. We all know why they're bad. Because they're trying to restore order after a U.S. coup monger was in there. And because Putin is shaking hands with the junta chief Min Aung Hlaing, who is the prime minister and is basically the head of power. Who is basically the head of power that's there. They still consider Aung San Suu Kyi to be the quote-unquote president of Myanmar, even though she is responsible for a genocide that they end up still calling her, she's president, whatnot, and then when you try to look up her name, who's the president of Myanmar? Then you look up her name, and then it's like, nope, still got her name there, right? Nope, still got her name. Her name is still there. No, totally, no, just her name, yeah. But the acting president of Myanmar, Mint Swai, is trying to restore order. Well, the current junta chief, that's basically the guy that's running things. That's basically the one that's taking care of things and is trying to restore order in a peaceful transition of government. So yeah, we get it. A Western-backed leader responsible for genocide? Oh no, she's totally okay. No, we're just gonna totally ignore her. But the military junta that is pro-Russian, oh no, he is a bad guy. You see what I mean? Do you see the hypocrisy here? You see the hypocrisy here, right? You see the hypocrisy that, this guy who's not responsible for anything close to what Aung San Suu Kyi was responsible for. But this guy, Min Aung Hlaing, the junta chief, oh, he's a bad, evil guy. We have to sanction him, and he's a dictator, and he's committing all sorts of genocide against the people of Myanmar and whatnot. The guy is trying to restore order in Myanmar. The military junta in Myanmar is actually trying to bring order back to that country after years and years of basically civil war. But of course the West is just going to ignore that because they don't like anybody that is independent. Because this guy is independent and because this guy is friendly with Vladimir Putin of Russia, that's unacceptable. Because Putin's such a bad, evil, horrible guy in the eyes of the U.S. and the West, and over Ukraine, and whatever. Say what you will about Putin, but I'll tell you right now, he's got his cards done so well. And this Myanmar junta, yeah, oh no, he's totally got his cards played so well. Because the U.S.'s hypocrisy on Myanmar is fucking crazy. They're saying that, because the coup in Myanmar in 1988 was done by rioters. That's when the U.S. started their sanctions campaign on Myanmar in 1988, going just further expanding. Then when the ever-growing poverty happens in Myanmar, of course, they just blame it on the leaders that were there. They just blame it on the leaders that were there. Now, to be fair, the Myanmar junta actually was there. They actually were in power. They actually were in power for quite a long time. But basically, they've just regained power after this genocide took place. So it's like, what do we want? Whose side are we on? I think I'd rather support the Myanmar junta because it seems like the junta actually has an idea. Unlike the U.S.-backed puppet regime that is known for killing all these people, killing all of these people. But now they're saying that, the military junta is increasing airstrikes on civilians. No, bullshit. They're not the ones that are doing it. It's Aung San Suu Kyi that was doing it. But no, we can't say anything about it now. You see what? No, we can't. We can't say anything about her now. Oh, she's one of ours. But the military junta in Myanmar, that guy's friendly with Putin. That guy's friendly with China. That guy's probably friendly with North Korea. So we can't say anything? No. We can't say anything about that other woman. We got to say something about these guys. We got to continue sanctioning them. Because that's really going to help the people so much. The hypocrisy on Myanmar is just unbelievable. The hypocrisy there is just completely and totally unbelievable. What has been going on there is unbelievable. And let's be honest, it all started in 1962 when they became, during the Burmese military coup. It all happened then. We didn't like the guy that was there, Ninh Win, who was a isolationist. He had a non-aligned foreign policy, isolationism, but God forbid, right? He followed a strict neutral policy, kept his distance from both the U.S. and the Soviet Union. So the guy was an independent leader. And the U.S. has basically been at odds with Myanmar since 1962. And they were sort of okay. Of course, they were okay with their U.S.-backed leader, Aung San Suu Kyi. But the military junta in Myanmar, no, they're totally bad. They're dictators. They're unacceptable. Yeah. You see the hypocrisy on Myanmar right here, ladies and gentlemen? Another example of U.S. foreign policy and Western foreign policy in general being shit. This is why our foreign policy is not to be taken seriously around the globe, because people, by and large, do not take it seriously for reasons like this. You don't take it seriously for reasons like this because it's all fucking hypocrisy. And imagine if we worked with Dr. Mahathir of Malaysia, during which that genocide was happening, and we actually assisted people that were actually being persecuted. Why is it that all this money is going to Ukraine, but not to help the Rohingya Muslims? We know why. The U.S. is a Christian nation. We have to help the Christians in the eyes of the Democrats and the Republicans. But those, Muslims and whatnot, nah, that's how they treat them. That's how they treat them. That's how they've treated their countries and all of that. The hypocrisy on behalf of the U.S. and the West is just completely and total bullshit. So I stand with the military junta in Myanmar in restoring order in that country. They have my support. That might be unpopular, but you know what? It's not about popularity. It's about the truth and what's going on. And the truth about what's going on in Myanmar, that the media definitely will not tell you, is being laid out right here for everyone to see. And for all of you guys to see. That's about it for now. Thank you to everybody who watched. Hope this was a good lesson for everybody. A good little sort of history lesson, but kind of current events thing. Thank you for listening, and hope you enjoyed this one. I'll be back tomorrow night with my stream. Look out for it. More stuff on the way. This is Zach the Celtics guy saying thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video, next stream, and a whole bunch of other stuff in the works. Stay tuned for more. This is Zach the Celtics guy saying thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next stream and my next video, and a whole bunch of stuff in the works coming your way soon. And I will see you all again next time. Bye for now. Take care. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. And most importantly, stay safe and keep fighting. Peace out.